tonight, and they're having a little walk around the board. There is quite a lot to chill out. In the meantime, I got in a few minutes or so when we see the first part of the and kind of all around. So we'll be underway on very good. Is this any better? Are we good to go? And with any luck, Lena, hopefully this is coming through a little clearer. Otherwise, I'm going to reset the whole computer. In the meantime, I've pulled the plug out, pushed it back in, and then I have. Yes, okay, thank you.
land upp på jord. Din sol, din himmel, dina ängder gröna. Din sol, din himmel, dina ängder gröna. Du tronar på minnen från fornstora dag. Då är att ditt namn flög över jorden. Jag vet att du är och förblir
Well, a very good evening, everybody, and a very warm welcome to Gothenburg Live with you on FEI TV. This, of course, will bring us to Sunday and the final leg of the Longines FEI Jumping World Cup, Western European League of 2024 and 2025, because that final in Basel is edging ever closer. Now, tonight, the qualifier and this 150 vaults and time, one-round competition with 60,000 euros is going to set things up for that competition on Sunday. And we've already seen a couple of cracking competitions over the last 24 hours here. Gothenburg with a great history in the sport, and this man with a great success rate for Sweden, Jens Fredriksson Diados Ros Elif, is going to start things off with this 12-year-old mare round this track. Peter Ludström and Santiago Valeras. As you can see, this beautiful oval bowl that is and has been the centerpiece for this great horse show here at the Scandinavium. Coming now. To the finish with a score of 8. It is the first to go, Jens Fredriksson. Nicely done. Shame the poles have fallen, but you can see just how easy it is to have one down. Team up there watching on. Hugely popular. Of course, all of the Swedish riders getting so much support. All the riders get support, but the Swedish riders especially as they're competing at home. The crowd certainly know their show jumping. Very, very passionate about it. So it's just great to see and great to hear. Well, everyone looking around, waiting for the next to go. I think we're heading to the Netherlands for the next up with potentially Lars Kirsten. I'm just a little curious that we've got a hold, which makes me think something might be about to change. 60,000 euros, as I mentioned, in the prize fund. 38 combinations coming forward in this competition, including some of the big names like the world number 1, who we will see towards the end. Here is Lars Kirsten, Barney Blue 3 is the name of this beautiful gelding by Ballet de Rouet. And she's a Dutch start, having a little trot round before he starts. Showing already that this is very much a jumper's course. Yes, speed is going to be important, but you've got to be able to jump it. If you're going to leave it up, then you stand a chance. What a shame for Lars. He ends up at a total of 12 as Lars Kirsten there with Barney Blue 3. We move on in a moment. And Jens Fredriksson on the 8, Lars Kirsten on the 12. Just go back and have a little look at the replays here. Background just falling to the floor. And then he came around this corner and ran himself into another little problem. So disappointing from his point of view. Front rail coming off right at the end as well. Now Dennis Lynch with the beautiful Vista Grand. Dennis, who was in brilliant form yesterday, was unlucky in one respect not to win last night with his stallion, his Dallas Stallion King Blue. He was the first to go in the jump-off class. I mean, I said first to go in the opening round, jump the clear. First to go in the jump-off round. It's a jump-off we ended up with 15 starters in, and up until... Oh, he was the first, obviously, to go, and after we jumped the 14th of those starters, he was still leading. Unfortunately, when we got to the 15th starter, he was pipped to the post. But it was still a really impressive performance from the Irishman. And talking of impressive, I think that's the best way to describe this combination of Dennis and Vista Grand. The 12-year-old stallion by Fantaland led the line and led in a lot of respects for the team alongside the likes of Mikey Pender and Trevor Breen to victory in the Longines League of Nations out in Abu Dhabi last Saturday. So not even a week ago, but what can he do this evening? Just have to hold a little bit on the 5, coming across the arena there from 9 to 10, and then he comes around the corner. Oh, he got there on the 6, really pushing hard to the finish, showing lots of commitment to that final fence was Dennis Lynch and Vista Grand, and full of confidence. And you know, it's lovely to see the confidence for Vista Grand as well, whether it be indoors, outdoors. You know, whether it's a team class, individual class. It's just beautifully done. So now we have a time on the board with a clear. Things are set up rather well. So who can beat that? Plenty that will try, including this young man from Sweden who was in tremendous form last night. He was one of the 2 clears for Sweden along with Wilma Hellström in that big jump off last night. So 25 years of age. Adam Carey hit tonight with the geldings by VDL Zorocco Blue. This is Hotmail. Wow, he just got a little bit pulled into the first part of the combination, lost his shape slightly and ended up inevitably having the middle down. crosses the line in 68-78, but it is that score of 4 for Adam Carey for Sweden. So 4 gone, 1 clear, and that sits with Ireland's Dennis Lynch and Vista Grand. Just got pulled into the first part, unfortunately, ended up way too close to the middle. And just that one little error, but I have to say, as a young man, he hadn't actually jumped internationally since I think it was November last year, so he's certainly doing a great job. As did this lady last night when she was right up there on Imagine in that big jump-off class. It's the Dutch star, Kim Emmen, riding here this evening with this 10-year-old mare called Kavantasy by Corneta Belensky. It's both parts of the double that have gone. Again, goes back to what I said earlier. It's a jumping track first and foremost. Speed is the key, but that can only become the key once you've got the clear. And just coming gently down towards the final fence. So that goes into 4th place there for Kim. 8 is the score, 74-6-0. Well, next up, another for the Dutch, and certainly one of their top combinations in recent years. Ooh, hello. In recent years, it's Harry Schmulders of Monaco, his Grand Prix winner from Geneva last year, and a horse that has been a quite brilliant partner to him now, turned 16 at the start of the year. Monaco is gelding by Cassini for the world number 19. The combination powers through that. They're jumping this course at a height of 1.50 m. Harry coming on the inside line now. Back round to the World Cup fence. 4 strides down and over that Volvo fence. Very specific on his stride, and then he gets over. Nicely done on the, 5 strides that followed that. Now, coming home, he's going to be slower than Dennis, but he's clear, and that he'll take. Harry Schmulders setting Monaco up for the World Cup on Sunday with a clear round on Friday night in the qualifier with that final time of 64.25, making sure that he is in good form. So well done to Harry, well done to Monaco. But Dennis Lynch, considerably faster than everyone else at the moment. He's riding high. Off the back of a big weekend in Abu Dhabi. But Harry will be happy enough with the clear, I'm sure. Well, it was super round last night. As I said, I told you the story about Dennis getting pipped by the last to go. This man almost pipped him earlier on in the draw because he got within 1/100th of a second of Dennis's time with that double clear on his other ride yesterday. Tonight, Donald Whitaker has Millfield Colette, his super mare, that took him to the 5-star win at Hickstead last year and has become a part of the British team. He was also with this mare out in Abu Dhabi at that big Longines League of Nations. Going well, isn't he? Into this final line, coming down towards the finish. I'll tell you what, Dennis might have pipped him last night, but it's a role reversal this evening because Donald Whitaker, who is so well placed with that horse to be able to compete against anyone in world jumping, has gone and done it. 61.87, he leads the way. Donald Whitaker out in front tonight. Will that be enough? We'll wait to see. I was saying last night, I mean, Donald, by virtue that he's a Whitaker, was born with talent, but he's worked amazingly hard in recent years to really develop that talent into a quality that allows him now to be so consistent at the very top level, just like so many, including this lady. That was, in fact, his cousin just to the left there, Rob. He comes later. This is Wilmer Helmström now, Sweden. Mr. Vane GJ, part of that jump off as well last night. The European gold medalist for Sweden in 23 in Milan. The stallion by Dirado. Nice round, just not as fast as we've already seen from the clear rounds, but a good strong round and a happy Vilma. As Mr. Vane GJ is jumping well. Crowd certainly enjoying themselves, aren't they? Really rocking along. But Vilma Helmström there going round for a clear to put herself into fourth place as best of the Swedish riders. Donald Whitaker, though, for Great Britain leading the way. 61.87 is the time to beat. Dennis Lynch sits in second. Third at the moment is Harry Schmulders. There's the order. 61.87 is that leading time at the moment. Philip Schultz to top off Evantus for this star from Germany, 10-year-old that he rides, gelding by Vivant. Philip, normally very competitive, and I was thinking it was going to be him that beat Dennis last night, and then he unfortunately came around the corner to a barrel and everything went slightly wrong. But he still, as a rule, normally got pace, but this is not. I mean, this horse is beautifully consistent. It's a lovely big jumper. Finished in third and landed him on the podium in the Grand Prix in Amsterdam a couple of weeks back. Seen this jump some wing saucers and 6 bars. Nicely done with the clear. Steady again in terms of the time. 66.27 on the clock. Shut the top off and Viventus. 5 clear rounds. Great Britain, Ireland, the Netherlands, Germany and Sweden. 5 different nations covering the top 5 places. And riding every stride alongside. It is a team, and the groom at that point might have to step back when horse and rider enter the arena, but trust me, they ride every stride. Stood up there watching on. Next to go, we stay with Germany, Marco Kutscher and Catelli. Next up, the gelding by Catalido. This 13-year-old, former European champion. I wouldn't have thought he's as fast as the likes of Donald or Dennis, but at the moment, I'd still suggest he's riding a very tidy round here, and he's not going to be fast enough to change things at the top. But this is hopefully clear from Marco's point of view. 64.12. He's jumped his way up into the top 3 with that round. He's just around about 1/10 of a second faster than Harry Schmolders. So superb performance for the German former European champion, and that is good enough, as I say, for the moment at least, to move him up into a podium slot. Very focused round. Well, this is the turn of Josephine Torel next up. You'll see the armband, those green armbands. It's a way of identifying some of the younger talents in Swedish jumping who've had the sort of door opened for them to come and jump and have these opportunities at a show and an event like this. This is Damisel du Mesnil, Josephine Torel then with this 12-year-old mare by Oregon de Champs. She herself just 21 years of age. Rode on the Young Riders team at the Youth Europeans last year. Also competed at the likes of sort of the Nations Cup finals and played a big role in those Youth Young Rider teams. we've always known with this sport, age is certainly no barrier at either end of the spectrum, but it's so important that certainly for the younger riders, they get the opportunity. And certainly have said a few times over the course of this winter how it is noticeable. There is perhaps more than I've ever seen before, this shift towards these young riders getting chances and making the most of them. This might not be quick enough to win it, but I tell you what, that's a really smart round. Josephine Torel, 63.55, has just pushed Marco Kutscher down into fourth place, because she now has moved herself up into third. And look at the smile. Well done. A happy horse and a happy rider. Together they have worked this course out, and Damisel has delivered for Josephine and has pushed her up onto the podium. Her time is 63.55, just under 2 seconds away from the leading time. Donald Whitaker has got himself a little bit of a margin. I told you, look, they bounce, they jump every stride with the riders out there. It's great when it all comes together. Happy moments, certainly well deserved, richly deserved. And this man's had a couple of very happy moments already over the course of 2025. Yuri Mansur. This is Ilana Delibrized. Yuri, who's fresh back from Hong Kong last week with his beautiful chestnut, his really experienced Vitiki, who we saw yesterday evening. He's already won the Golden Drum in Basel and the Championat in Leipzig. Can you do anything here this evening with this 10-year-old gelding by Echo van Tischbeveld? Apart from come in and jump a few fences and then decide that with them down, he's not going to go any further. I'm guessing, because that's what it looks like. So he might jump a fence before he leaves. He's going to keep going. He's come back. Just obviously wanted to put the brakes on, reset, as we so often see, which is the most normal and sensible thing for riders to do with their horses. Sadly not to be in terms of competing, but it looked settled into what was a more comfortable round of jumping after the earlier problem for Yuri Mansur. Great Britain, Ireland and Sweden, your 1, 2 and 3. We've had 7 clear rounds, so a fence going down or a fault picked up is certainly becoming more and more expensive. But there's plenty more to go, over 25 in fact still to jump with this man next up. Huge support as always for Peder Fredriksson now with Catch Me Not S, this 19-year-old, still very capable. This gelding is a star. So Oregon the gelding is by Cardento. Peder, who always wants to perform in front of his home crowd. This is a really good effort here from Peter Fredriksson. I'm not sure he's quite quick enough to catch Donald. I don't know where that's going to end up. Maybe second, maybe third. 62.84. He's got into third. So Peter Fredriksson now moving into the top three, just a fraction faster than Josephine Terrell, but using his experience and the wonderful talents of the Catch Me Not to deliver a round that had everything it needed, bar maybe, look, everyone, all the camera phones in the background come out for Petter. It's a case of this is one of their heroes. They want the record of this round, and certainly to see him here with this horse as well. Well, from one beautiful grey to another, because this is HHS Cornetta and Geraldine Sturman for Switzerland. This is a lovely mare as well, and a Swiss jockey who's rising rapidly through the sport. She's, what is she now? I can't remember now. I think she's 21 still. Of course, she's been to many a Youth European Championship for the Swiss. Tremendous effort, but it's clear, just not as fast as is needed to challenge at the top, but sort of suspiciously thinking she probably wasn't trying. I think it was more about jumping the clear, and that she's done. We have 9 of them, and she has gone into 9th place. Certainly been a night where we haven't had to talk about the time allowed once. It's sat out there at 79 seconds, and they've got, I mean, the slowest clear is 67.98, when they're not getting anywhere. That's not a concern. Never really is in these one-round classes. Still Donald Whitaker leading the way, 61.87. But look at that smile, the happiness of jumping a clear. Max Kuna next up. How happy will the world number 9 be at the end of the round? EIC up to Jacko Blue, the gelding by Jacko Blue for the Austrian superstar. Oh, beautifully done. Max at his best. Silky smooth from start to finish, clinically delivered and superbly ridden. EIC up to Jacko Blue now leads the way. And he doesn't just do it by a small amount, does he? Max has just delivered what he is renowned for being able to do. Never really looked like he was having to push either. He certainly made that round look as easy as we've seen. So Donald Whittaker dropping back into second, having led for quite some time. Dennis Lynch into third. But the time difference, 61.2 for Max. Donald, 61.87. Well over a second and a half. So it leaves quite a big gap for anybody to try and squeeze into. But of course, they'll all be trying to beat Max if they can. Helvicki next up, Michael van der Vleuten. And this is another big chance for the Netherlands. I do love Helvicki. It's got plenty of character, this mare. And I do love her ears, because when she sees a fence, she just locks in. Focuses them forward, and off she goes. Every reason to Michael's pushing her on. It's tough to tell at the moment quite whether they're going to be fast enough. There won't be much in this. Maybe I'm wrong, but 60.12, I think he's chasing Max Kühne down here, and she's really done him a great effort. 62, 68, goes into fourth by 1/100th of a second, slower than Dennis Lynch. I said that yesterday about Donald Whittaker. On this occasion, Donald's sitting in second, Dennis third, and Michael goes into fourth. So Helvicki, she's a lovely man. Just as I say, she's just got a lot of character. That's when he gets to the fences. She just locks in, and off she goes. Plenty more for us to enjoy. There'll be 4 more before we take a little arena maintenance break. Down the ramp and out they go. Ebba Nilsson now with Catling, another of the youth riders getting an opportunity here for Sweden. This 10-year-old stallion for the 19-year-old jockey. Again, there's been such a big part of youth setups. She's ridden at the last 6 youth European championships. Of course, that's over a period of 7 years, because there wasn't one for COVID reasons in 2020, but she has been an ever-present part. On the 4, obviously now. Still keeping nice and forward. Well done. Ebba, though, on 4, 70.23. But great to see her here. I'm just a bit unlucky to have a fence down. Two from Sweden sitting in the top six. Peter Fredriksson in fifth. Josephine Torell, another young rider, sat up in sixth place. As it currently stands, plenty more chances for Sweden to come. In the second half of the draw, we'll see some of their big star riders as well as a wonderful selection of youth as well. Sonna Muller-Rodde next up. Grace Ask, the 11-year-old mare by Darke Revel out of a contender mare. Denmark with a very good chance as well. Jumping in to 11th place, puts the clear on the board for Søren Muller-Rodde. Next to go is Martin Fuchs, Eleanor Lorde for the world at number 5, the star Swiss rider. The 10-year-old stallion by Clyde, who along with LNL Upgrade, these LNL horses certainly making names for themselves. Good turn, back in, confident, through, out. For the score, 61.55. He could have got second, but he was pushing, and unfortunately Hilary Scott, lovely round on Clorima last night, the Australian Olympic rider. Now looking to try and make sure she's got a good, strong position for the World Cup qualifier on Sunday. She's got her Olympic ride here. Milky Way. Hillary on the 471.34. So it's packed, isn't it, tonight? Always is, but it's such a big audience. It's a fabulous arena for being able to watch the sport as well. You get a great view wherever you are sat, looking down on this famous equestrian surface. Going to take a little break. As you can see, the tractors are coming in. So at the moment, Max Kuhner leading from Donald Whitaker, Dennis Lynch. You're 1, 2, and 3 here in the prize of MIPS, the qualifier for the Longines FEI Jumping World Cup leg on Sunday. Live with you at the Gothenburg Horse Show for 2025. We'll just take a 10-minute pause. We will come back. Looks like we're ready to continue. We're all set to go once more, and Edward Schmitz is going to kick things back off here in the Scandinavian as we are ready for the second half for this qualifier for Sunday's World Cup leg. Max Kühne leading at the moment for Austria, Donald Whittaker for Great Britain second, and Dennis Lynch in third for Ireland. 60.12. The thing is as quick as around that was, Max made it look so simple when he jumped it. But he leads, and he's done a brilliant world-class round to get there with EIC up to Janko Blue, and it'll need something similar, world-class, to beat it. But we've got some of the best in the business still to come. And now, for another chance for the Swiss, Edward Schmitz, Gamin van Natstelhoff, the championship ride for the young Swiss star, guarded by Chaco. Finding his way to a pole. We've seen 12 of them jump it clear, whether it be quick or slow. So a 4-pole score drops you a long way down, and that is the 14th at the moment. So Edward Schmitz there with Gamin van Natstelhoff, 61.66 on the clock. It was a good, solid time. In fact, it was faster than Donald Whittaker's time, so he could have gone into second. But for that single fence that fell. Something changing at the top, although I have a sneaking suspicion it's going to at some point, just not sure by who and when. We'll see. This is the turn of Hans Ullmann. Tokyo 4 goes next. 10-year-old mare by Toulon for the German rider. That because he certainly gave a big rattle to number 9. How quick is this going to be when he gets over the line? Tell you what, that is quick. How quick? 61.37. He's got into second. The young German rider putting in a really solid performance. He now gets ahead of Donald Whittaker, pushes the Brit into third. And the young German is the son of Dirk Ullmann, has gone now up into second place. Max Kühne, though, still leads the way. 61.37 versus 60.12 means Max is still over a second clear at the top. What a round from Frederick, and he's going to need to do it again if he's going to bring himself into play. Because we saw Belgium on top last night with Giron. He was always going to run out of luck at some point because he tapped a toe on more than one of them over the previous 4 or 5 fences. Very quick. 61.38 would have been good enough to go into the top 3. He was only 100th of a second slower than Hans Ullmann's round that we were just watching a short moment ago. But 12 penalties means he's down in 21st for Frederick Verre, Okina van der Bien. First of the 2 challengers from Belgium in this class. Still 15 to come forward in this one round faults in time. It's one of 2 big classes on the schedule here tonight. Next to go, Germany's all-round great equestrian talent, Sandra Opfarth, the multiple medal-winning rider in the world of eventing and, of course, a super show jumper. Won the Grand Prix in Falsterbo last year with Carucci H. It's 14-year-old gelding by FRH Quaid. Already with a fence down right at the beginning, that will hurt. Ooh. So Sandra of time added in, but I'm sure we'll bounce back from that route. Got a lot of talent. Just there we go, giving a horse a little pat. Just wanted to make sure that when they do come out next time, there'll be no problems. There's going to be a lot of excitement in this auditorium in a moment, or I should say Scandinavian, because 5 of the next 6 all ride for Sweden. That's the order at the moment. Austria, Germany, Great Britain, and Ireland. Kuhne, Ullmann, Whittaker and Lynch. 60.12 is the leading time. As you can see, he's got over a second in hand, and then it gets as tight as you like. But here we go now with our next up. Amanda Landerblad riding Springfield 21, the stallion by Staccato Gold. Steady as this round might look, it is at least a clear round. And a clear round all the way, 73-75 for Amanda Landerblad, and is into 14th place. Next up, Jeroen Appelen, King's CJS. Last night it was Dancing Wolf, and to say, I put my hands up, I didn't think when he came in as the last to go that it would be he that would ultimately be the rider that would topple Dennis Lynch from the lead, who'd led from the start. This was that jumper for 15. But full mark, Jeroen. He blitzed around this arena quite brilliantly. Different horse tonight, different type of challenge. Comes for the 4, 66.98 on the clock today. So give the man credit for what he performed and what he was able to do last night. Right, into a run from Sweden now, 4 in a row coming up. We'll slightly turn the volume level up significantly. Thanks, Kuhne leading though still. They've got to try and find a way past. So here we go, Douglas Lindelof, Charlie's Way. The 12-year-old stallion by Chaco Blue. That's a shame. But there we have it. Douglas on 4. Again, solid in terms of the time. 52.35 is where it stands at the end of that round. Who's next? Sweden again. It's going to be the turn of Ebba Correnta next up. The Helios, another of the young talents, getting a lot of support here. Of course, the round from Josephine Torell still sitting in 7th at the moment. The other young rider, one of the other young riders we've seen, Peter Fredriksson, the best for Sweden at the moment, sitting in 6th. Helios by Spartacus TN. She got away with the jumping into the combination, not taking the pole with her. Oh, quite brilliant. She got away with it going into the combination, but look what it means. Look what it means. Jumps the clear, goes into the top 10. Ebba Correnta here, putting in a beautiful round of jumping. And a wonderful one, Helios, 31-year-old Swedish rider, who absolutely thrilled this evening. Just got away with that. Just. Stay with Sweden, as you know. Look at that smile. That love between horse and rider is what it's all about, isn't it? Now it's the turn of Joel Torsten. Next up, Il Rosso di Costa. The 23-year-old rider. Looking very relaxed, I think it's fair to say. Job again. Riding with so much confidence and calmness. Okay, he's not going to cross the line ahead of Max Kuhne, but where is he going to cross the line in terms of the other Swedish riders? Is it good enough for the top 10? I think it is. 64, 71, of course it is. He's a fraction faster than we just saw from Eva, so it is Jean Correspond who's now in the top 10. Their horses have performed themselves, but certainly been able to bring the best out. So that's Kuhne, Hans Ullmann, Donald Whittaker still though the 1, 2, 3 here this evening. Austria, Germany, and Great Britain. We're inside the final 10 to go. There's only 9 left. Next to go, Linda Heed, Skylander VS. Linda next up, keeping the Swedish crowd rather enthusiastic here tonight. Of course, level of experience has been part of this part of the sport for a good number of years and has played her role over that time on Nations Cup teams and the likes. This is going rather well, isn't it? This is about to see Sweden jump right the way up that leaderboard. In fact, how high can she jump up that leaderboard? That is second by 100th of a second. She's faster than Hans Ullmann. 61, 36 on the clock versus 61, 37 for Hans. And that is quite brilliant. Skylander flying for the sky, landing a clear. Second place. Still Max clear, and clear as we know by quite a bit. 1, 2 left. See, there's at least 2 left to go in the order that I think could perhaps challenge Max. One rides for France and one rides for Sweden. We'll see what happens. Oda Charlotte Levenver now with Kina the 5th, the 10-year-old mare, Norway's chance. 2 down already. So that is a total of 8:74.20 on the clock for Udder and Kina the 5th. So down to the final 7. A little bit of frustration there. You can see disappointed. Well, I said there was one from France that it was still potentially in the mix. And I say that because yesterday he was the last to go in that opening class and found his way to the top of the board come the end of it with New Libro Wonderschut. It is the world number 15 Kevin Stau. One round Fulton time yesterday that he found his way to the win-in. Today. Today makes 67.13. That's good. Well, no, that's one of the big challenges that has missed out because, as I say, by yesterday. That combination can be quick. Willengrave in P&D, the best round yesterday, although, as I say, I was saying yesterday when they weren't having the best round, this Stallion actually looked really good in Bordeaux the other week, like 2 weeks ago now. rows. That makes 8. So that on 8, just having a little look at the number of clears at the moment, counting down 17 of them. So Max Kuhler, Linda Heed, Hans Ullmann, Donald Whittaker, Dennis Lynch, Michael van der Vleuten, Peter Fredriksson, Josen Torell, Marco Kutscher, Harry Spalders. In terms of the top 10 clears, that's the current order, with 5 more left to go. Max leading by over a second on a time of 60.12. Now it's Victor Edvardsson riding Elwood de Frenes, another of the rising talents in Swedish jumping, by Safre Dush. Certainly seeing that these younger Swedish riders, the youth division, so to speak, the next generation, are very much able to mix it with the best of them. Good effort again, but scored the 4. In turn takes away the chance. This is the turn of Robert Whittaker. Robert and Vermento qualified already for Basel, the British rider. Using this show where, of course, his dad and the great Milton had so much success over the years, to set himself up for that Basel trip in a few weeks' time. Sadly, it's a total of 8 and 62.45 on the clock, so to be in terms of being able to deliver the clear from Robert this time, but I'm sure that will change a little bit when he gets towards the weekend.
This kind of Longines FEI, young soul is 18 years of age. And then number 27 was the blue video, his attention set.
Now Yasmin Sebagering at attention Z. Finishes on 4 in 68. So Yasmin there, leaving us just 2 to go. Mats Kuna is still leading the way, but is he about to get upspurred by the last to go tonight? Sorry, first of the final 2 to go tonight, but it's also the world number 1 that's up next. So falling back, leading out in Wellington. So just watch the replay there of Yasmin's pole going down. The world number 1 is ready to go. A shame. He's certainly giving his all, wasn't he? Well, 60.78, he likes to prove a point, and he's certainly done that because he's gone round in a time that would have seen him go into second place, but it's as close as anyone's got to Max. Van Eckermann. He's up, down the order, on the score at 4 with just one more go, and it's getting ever closer, isn't it, really, for Max to try and get this over the line. So here we go with Petronella Andersson, Olympic van Mellersnes, the last to go in this competition to try and see if she can find her way to the top. Kuna might be leading at the moment, but this lady, as the last to go, is giving everything she can to try and overtake him. We saw the last horse winning yesterday when it was Kevin Staud. Is she about to steal this away? Is Sweden about to win this for the last to go? She's done it. Oh, yes, she has. 59.83. And a 50 Van Mellersnes is just rolling this audience to their feet because she has delivered the winning round as the last to go. Sweden have won it on a Friday night in Gothenburg. Absolutely sensational stuff here. What a round that was. Quite brilliant. The beautiful man, the 11-year-old baby got a sweet part of the Step-X team, but it's the Swedish star riding. Certainly can't be lights here tonight. Brilliantly confident round and 59.83. She wasn't just quick, she was quicker by a bit. What a night. We're not done though, of course. We've still got another class to go yet, so I hope you can join in for that one if you enjoy the sport here. But don't forget the build-up as well through to Sunday and the final leg of the Western European League, the Longines FEI Jumping World Cup. Looking forward to all of it here in this fabulous arena. But Petronella Andersson, congratulations, takes the win tonight ahead of Max Kuhner and Linda Heed, Hans Ullmann, Donald Whitaker and Dennis Lynch. It has been quite brilliant to see that happen right at the end. I wasn't sure we would, but she did it. Here's an interesting statistic for you before I go. 3 classes so far for the 5-star riders. Each and every one of those 3 classes has been won by the final round. You can't ask for more than that. That is Gothenburg at its best. It's what it does best. It gives us great sport and great jumping. Stay with us and enjoy it all on FEI TV and much more over the coming days. I hope you will. We'll be back a bit later.
Segrade i Skandinavium, Göteborg för Sverige, Petronella Andersson. Sveriges nationalsång.
Ladies and gentlemen, please rise if you are able for national anthem of the winning combination, Sweden. Andersson wins the season, Erika Vantemarksnäst. Petra was very second class here last year. 2 Friday night wins is quite extraordinary, 1 year apart.
Gratuleras här av Anna Nyberg och Mips. Petronella Andersson med Ulke van der Mersenet segrade. Och andra placerad Max Kühner. Och tredje placerad för Sverige, Linda He. Så lämnar vi ner till Jessica.
Ja, vad ska man säga? Max Kühner ledde länge. Linda Hed var så nära. Men det var beridaren från Belgien som är född och uppvuxen i Skåne, Petronella Andersson, som till slut fixade vår första svenska nationalsång. Grattis!
Tack.
Du, ja. Och jag känner mig så här, vi får fortsätta att se så här, för vi såg exakt den här klassen, exakt det här samtalet hade vi i stort sett då. En annan häst i och för sig.
Jag höll på att säga, jag hoppas det.
Ja, jag tycker det är väl en fin tradition om inte annat för dig och mig. Berätta lite kort, det här är en annan häst som vi får se dig på. Vad var känslan här inne? Höll du planen?
Först och främst, tack publiken, ni är superhärliga. Nästa tack till hela organisationen. Ni är också helt fantastiska. Alla som jobbar, barnpersonal, alla som gör att det här är möjligt. Tack. Och sist men inte minst till min häst Olympia.
Ja, en fantastisk häst, en fantastisk ryttare. Det är så roligt också, Petronella. Vi får se det ganska ofta i Sverige nu för tiden. Det börjar bli en härlig, du kommer tillbaka lite då och då och glänser på tävlingsbanorna. Hur känns det inför helgen? Kommer vi få se dig fler gånger här?
Det hoppas jag på att säga. Jag har varit hemma och tränat lite så jag har kunnat komma till Sverige de sista åren.
Exakt.
Jag kan inte komma hem och skämma bort mig. Så nej, det är alltid härligt. Man sätter lite extra press på sig själv. Speciellt här i Skandinavium. Jag hade ju fått ändra lite i planen. Jag har inte mina bästa hästar så att säga här.
Jo,
men she did it.
She did it. Ja, stort grattis och lycka till fortsatt i helgen såklart.
Tack snälla.
Tack.
Och vi är så glada att ha Petronella i Skandinavium och vi tackar för den härliga feedbacken. Och nu vill vi bjuda dig på ett riktigt härligt ärevarv i Skandinavium, Lap of Honor.
It's quite sensational, but last to go, winning this prize tonight, Swedish Petra Andersson, Olympia Vantemarksnäst, Alexander Stefak stable. Max Kühner second, Linda Head, the Swedish 1-3.
För Sverige, Petronella Andersson. Ja, vilken härlig spänning och vilken härlig seger vi fick i Skandinavium i den här klassen för Sverige. Vi kommer tillbaka med mer hoppning. En spännande hoppning som börjar 21:10 så är det exakt så. om en liten tag, 21:10 tillbaka igen. 28